Good morning dear students, myself Joycey. Today I am going to take lesson number 3, force and pressure. Summary of this lesson are contact force and non-contact force, balanced force and unbalanced force, inertia, pressure, buoyant force, Archimedes principle, density and relative density. Look at this picture. See, on the first picture, a man push a car, and on the second picture, a girl is on the trolley, a boy is pulling her, which means push or pull on an object is called force. I repeat, push or pull on an object is called force. Force. Look, this is the ball moving? No. The ball will move only when he pushed. A small push will move it short distance. A large push will move it farther. Thus, when you push, move the thing away from yourself. Now, look at this trolley. It will move only when he pull, or else it will remain at his place. Thus, we say, when you pull, you bring the thing closer to yourself. A force is a push or a pull that is exerted to move things. Force. A stationary object on which no force is acting. An object in motion continues to move with the same speed and direction when no force is acting on the object. This is called as Newton's first law of motion. There are two major types of forces. They are contact force and non-contact force. The definition for the contact force is a force is seen to act through a direct contact of the object. The definition for the non-contact force is a force is applied between two objects even if the two objects are not in contact. Now, the examples of contact force. There are three pictures on the screen. So look at the first picture. A car moving forward when man applied force. Now come to the second picture. A dog is pulled his master. Now on the third picture, boy playing with football. Next, examples of non-contact force. On the first one, see the first picture. When a comb gets rubbed against hair, small pieces of paper kept on a table gets attracted to the comb. How does it happen? Because comb has electrostatic charge and piece of paper had induced opposite charge. That's why it stick to the paper. That means small pieces of paper attracted to the comb. On the second picture, iron nails attracted to the pole of magnet. How? Because due to the magnetic force. On the third picture, a coconut is falling from the coconut tree. How does it happen? Because objects are attracted to the earth due to the force of gravity. Next, muscular force is an example of contact force and is applied to objects with the help of our muscles. It is applied in several cases such as lifting, pushing and pulling. These are the examples of contact force. Now, magnetic force, gravitational force and electrostatic force are the examples of non-contact force. Next topic is frictional force. Friction is a force that slows things down or prevents things from moving. Force of friction between the ground surface and the object in motion. Absence of frictional force, the object would have remained in motion. It is useful in daily life. Now, the examples of frictional force. When a ball is kept on the table and pushed a little, it moves ahead and gets slow and stops. Next example is a car running on a plain road travels some distance and stops after the engine is switched off. It occurs due to reduced frictions. Now, all the objects in motion have a frictional force acting on them, which is acting in the directions opposite to the direction of motions. Which means while walking, we push the ground behind with our feet. In the absence of friction, we will slip and will not able to walk. One tends to slip over the banana peel on the street. One can slip due to mud. This occurs due to reduced friction. Look at this picture. This is one of the activity. Take two plastic bottles with rectangular shape. Close the openings by fitting the lids tightly. Keep two small bar magnets on them and fix them neatly using a sticking tape. Fill a big plastic tray with water and leave the two bottles floating with magnets at the top. Take one bottle near the other. If the north pole of the magnet is near the south pole of the other magnet, the bottles will head towards each other because unlike poles attract each other. Observe what will happen when the directions of the bottles are changed. We can observe change in the motion of the bottles without any direct contact. This means that there exists a non-contact force between two magnets. Next is balanced force. See the picture. This is also one of the activity. Take a cardboard box, tie thick string to its two sides and kept it on the smooth table. Take the strings on both sides of the table. Tie waiting pans of equal masses to the two ends. Keep equal masses in both the pans. The box does not move on the table. If more mass is kept in one of the pans than in the other, the box starts moving in the directions of that pan. Equal gravitational force acts on both the pans when equal masses are kept in them. This means balanced forces act on the box with effective force equal to 0 as these are acting in opposite directions. On the contrary, if more mass is kept in one pan than in the other, the box starts moving in the directions of the pan with more mass. When unequal forces are applied to the box on the two sides, an unbalanced force acts on the box, resulting in impacting motions to the box. Look at the picture. There are two teams are there, that is team 1 and team 2. Children playing tug of war pull the rope in their respective directions. If the pull of the force is equal on the two sides, the rope does not move. If the force is more on one side, the rope moves in that directions. This means that initially the two forces are balanced. The rope moves in the directions of higher force when the forces become unbalanced. This is also another example. When big grain storage container is required to slide on the ground, it becomes easier if two persons push it rather than one person. When the force is applied by both in the same directions, the movement is easy. Next point is, if several forces are applied on an object in the same direction, a force equal to their addition acts on that object. Second point is, if two forces are applied on one object in directions opposite to each other, a force equal to their difference acts on the object. Third point is, a force is expressed in magnitude and direction. Force is a vector quantity. Now we are going to see the effects of force. First one is, when a force is applied on a stationary object, it moves. Its speeds and directions change. Similarly, a force is required to stop an object in motion. Second point is, an object can change its shape due to force. Third point is, while kneading a dough made from flour, the dough changes its shape when a force is applied. Next point is, a potter applies a force in a specific direction while shaping the pot. Next is, rubber band when stretched expands. And last is, if more than one force are acting on the body, then the effect on the body is due to the net force. Thank you. To be continued in next section.